I found this backdoor hack that could wipe any collection from your credit report permanently. But before we get into it, you have to watch this video, because once you watch this video and listen to the story, I'm going to break everything down so everything makes sense, so we can leverage everything. So sit back, relax, grab a pen, get some paper, get something to drink, because I'm breaking the whole entire process down.
Behind on a debt payment and your phone will start ringing off the hook.
The Federal Trade Commission says that Florida is one of the highest ranking states for debt collection calls. Fox 13's Kylie Jones is live for us in Tampa. Hi there, Kylie. I know 31,000 Floridians have filed complaints about these calls. I would imagine so many more are still coming in.
Yeah, we can only imagine, Mark. And financial experts that we talked to, one financial agency in particular, says 1 in 5 of its clients has at least one account that's in collections. From the cost of inflation since the pandemic to rising debt nationwide, these experts are seeing more and more of these persistent and sometimes even aggressive calls.
This is the IRS Relief Department. He's been pre-qualified for hardship assistance.
No matter how many times you ignore these calls, someone will call back.
The worst was 2-3 times a day. Lately, it's once or twice.
John Rawson, who lives in Tampa, found himself facing mounting debt last year.
Credit card debt. It's partly after COVID. A lot of expenses went up. I was not able to increase my salary at the time.
After exploring debt relief options, then a late payment, his phone started ringing.
Touching base from the Debt Resolution Division. We marked your file as flagged for IRS hardship relief under the Installment Agreement Program.
According to the Federal Trade Commission, debt...
Hold on, before we continue the story, I want you to understand this. The reason why these collection agencies continue violating your rights is because we're not holding them accountable. So the word of the day is accountable. We're going to hold them accountable, and I'm going to show you the laws that they're breaking and how we can hold them accountable. So when they call you, you know what to do. All right. But I want you to understand that, hey, we have to hold them accountable. And think about this. If we speed, right, we're speeding, right? Speed limit is 45 miles per hour, and we're going 50, 60 miles, and the cop pulls us over. They're going to hold us accountable. They're going to give us a ticket, and we have to pay this ticket. But with these collection agencies, if they break the law, nobody's holding them accountable, so they're going to continue breaking the law until they get the money. But there are some things they have to follow, and if they don't, that's a violation. But nobody's holding them accountable, so they can continue breaking the law. But I got you. I'm going to explain all this. Let's continue the story so you can see what's going on with these collection agencies.
Program.
According to the Federal Trade Commission, debt collection calls have jumped 150%. The FTC says more than 250,000 reports of debt collection calls have been filed this year.
Our average client has 6 or 7 accounts, an average balance of $30,000 on top of often a home or a rent payment and an auto payment and possibly student loan payments.
Thomas Nitchie with Money Management International says unsecured consumer debt is at an all-time high. The calls start out coming from the creditor if you fall behind on payments.
But then once the account is charged off to a third-party collection agency, the collection efforts can become more aggressive.
In some cases, the collections calls are a scam. Debt collectors can only take things so far, though.
There's the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, which they have to follow. They can't, threaten jail time. They can't, threaten to show up at your home or tell family members.
Nitchie says you should always get proof in writing that the debt belongs to you.
You don't have to agree to anything. That's my main advice.
Rawson's advice to others in his position is to go through a reputable agency or directly through your bank.
And experts say every state also has a statute of limitations on debt collection. Financial experts say you can also check your credit card statements to find contact information for a reputable nonprofit credit counseling agency. Guys.
All right, Kylie Jones live for us. Kylie, thanks much.
Remember, the word of the day, accountability. But how we're going to hold them accountable, I'm going to show you how to do that. But remember, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just here to show you your rights. And I want to show you how to document your rights so you can knock these collection agencies out, because they violate the law mostly all the time. And I'm going to explain it and show you what I'm talking about. So let me share my screen. I want you to do this, right? If you go to Google and you put in 15 U.S.C. 1692C, right? Or 15 U.S.C. 1692, that's the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act, right? Now, with this specific act, it's Like, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know this was in here. So if you go to 15 U.S.C. 1692, all right, and then we go click on, scroll a little bit down and find this one right here, 15 U.S.C. 1692C, right, communications. Now, I want you to understand this, ask for somebody, but I'm gonna show you. You're gonna click on the subchapter, and they have the different categories of the laws, but we're gonna go to C, right? I already had C, but I want to show you what that means. Communication and connection with debt collection. So how they communicate with you. And there are other things you can read over. I'm gonna show you how to document all this. But 15 U.S.C. 1692C, communication and connection with debt collection, right? So if we go down to C, and I want you to go down to letter C, right? Just go down, I'm gonna go over some more, but go down to letter C, ceasing communication. So if a consumer, which is you, notifies a debt collector in writing that the consumer refuses to pay a debt. So if you notify a debt collector in writing over the phone, or if you text them or email them and refuses to pay a debt, let's refuse to pay a debt, or if you tell them if you refuse to pay a debt, you can refuse to pay a debt. That's what it says. Or a debt collect or that the consumer wishes the debt collector to cease further communication with the consumer, the debt collector shall not, what's that word? The debt collector shall not, what's the word? The debt collector, or words, shall not communicate further with the consumer with respect to such debt. It said it right here. So if you notify a debt collector in writing that you refuse to pay, or you refuse for them to stop communicating with you, the debt collector shall not, all right, communicate further with the consumer with the respect to such debt, except these 3 or 4 things, right? Number 1, to advise the consumer that debt collector further efforts are being terminated. So the only way they can communicate with you is if they're letting you know that, hey, we're stopping communication with you. Number 2, to notify that the consumer that the debt collector or creditor may invoke specified remedies which are ordinarily invoked by such debt collector or creditor. Or number 3, where applicable, to notify the consumer that the debt collector or creditor intends to invoke a specified remedy. If such notice from the consumer is made by mail, notification shall be complete upon receipt, right? So you just saw right there, I just say that, hey, you as a consumer can refuse to pay a collection agency. And if you tell them, I refuse to pay this in writing, over the phone, or in email or text, hey, they're not allowed to communicate with you no more with this debt. It's crazy. All right, now there are other laws that typically that they have to follow as well. So we just went over, now look at this one right here. Number 1, all right, or A, communication with the consumer generally. Without the prior consent of the consumer given directly to the debt collector or the express permission of a court of competent jurisdiction, a debt collector may not communicate with the consumer in connection with the collection of any debt at any unusual time or place, or a time or place known or which should be known to be inconvenient to the consumer in the absence of knowledge, of the circumstances. To the contrary, a debt collector shall assume that the convenient time for communicating with a consumer is after 8 o'clock a.m., right? And before 9 o'clock p.m. local time at the consumer's location. So if you let them know that, hey, this is not a good time to communicate with you, they're not supposed to communicate with you again during the time you tell them it's not a good time to communicate with you. And if they do, that's a violation of the law, right? So how do you document this? Let me break this down. One of the things you want to do is document the things that are happening. So if you let a debt collector know that, hey, this is not a good time to call me, and they continue doing over and over again, guess what? You want to document everything, because the reason why you want to document this is because you can take this information or this documentation to a consumer lawyer and say, hey, I said this. They continue texting me. They continue emailing me. They continue calling me over and over and over again. And that's going to be multiple violations that you can leverage, right? That's multiple violations that you can leverage once you document it to then take over to consumer lawyer. And most of the time, a consumer lawyer might take your case completely for free, because now you have all the violations that they broke according to the law. And there's some other things that, a lawyer, the reason why I know this is because we work with lawyers. So there are some more things that the lawyer can sue upon, but I'm not a lawyer. I'm just here to show you your rights. All right, got you. Now, just document everything that happened. So you let a debt collector know that, hey, you refuse to pay a debt, and they call you again, over and over again. That's a violation. If you send them a letter, make sure you certify it, and you say that you refuse to pay this debt, you got a lot going on, whatever the case may be, and they continue contacting you, that's a violation of your rights. I know it's crazy, but it's there. You saw it. We read over it. Now, the next thing you can also do, if you don't want to get a lawyer involved, right? The next thing you can do is leverage this website right here. A lot of people don't know about it, but you can leverage this right here, the CFPB. Now, the CFPB isn't 100% guaranteed, but you miss 100% of shots you don't take. So what we want to do is click on debt collection, right? And then what we want to do is click on whatever type of debt it is. So auto debt, credit card debt, federal, whatever the case may be, click on the type of debt it is. If you don't know, click, I don't know, other debt, click on that, right? But let's just say, for an example, telecommunications debt, right? Now you click on next. I got you. I'm gonna break all this down. What type of problem are you having? You're having communication tactics or attempt to collect debt not owed, written notification, electronics, whatever the case may be. As you can see, there are other ones you can read over. If this happened to you, you also want to document this as well. But for right now, we're just doing communication, right? Phone calls, repeated phone calls, use abusive language, right? What phone number is the collection agency contacting you from? You're going to put the phone number right here, which best describes your problem. Call before, frequent or repeated calls, use obscene. You told them to stop contacting you, but they keep trying. So you told them to stop contacting you, but they continue trying. Have you already tried to fix this problem? Yes. Did you request information from the company? Yes. What information did you request? You told them to stop communicating with you according to this law. Did the company provide you with the information? No. All right. And then we're going to click on next. Now, basically, you're going to tell everything that happened. Who, what, when, how, everything we learned in school, right? So just write everything that happened. Hey, you told a debt collector on this day to stop contacting you. They continue calling you over and over, texting you, emailing you, whatever the case may be. Or you put it in writing, you sent off a letter, you said this, and they continue contacting you. That's a violation, right? So what would be a fair resolution to this issue? Permanently remove this collection from my credit report, right? And then from there, you're going to attach the documents, okay? You're going to attach the documents right here. So you're going to upload. Remember that log I told you to create of everything that happened? Or you can also upload a screenshot of the voicemail. Hey, I told them on this day. As you can see on the voicemail, they continue calling me over and over. Also, if they continue texting you, you can also let them know that, hey, stop contacting you. And if they continue texting you over and over and over again, take a screenshot of that and save it so you can upload it to this so you can show them, hey, they violate your rights. But remember, I permanently want this collection gone from my credit report. Permanently want this collection gone from my credit report. All right, click on next, and then look up the collection agency that you're talking about, submit it, let CFPB do its thing. Takes about usually they have 14 days to get back to the CFPB. If they don't, we already know what's gonna happen. Hold up. Now, I want you to be a part of this community, the credit circle. Be a part of people just like yourself that's on a mission to remove these collections, or if you have a collection, or you maybe have a charge off or bankruptcy, be a part of the community. If you have any questions, come join, ask your questions. We're here to help you. We're here to serve you. Be a part of this. Be a part of this movement. All right, we got to hold these debt collection agencies accountable. All right, so if you want to be a part of this, click the link in the description. It's going to be pinned in the description and pinned to the comments. Looking forward to helping you out throughout that process.